Hello, I'm Dr. Bree and welcome to day 6 of our 7 days of core quickies. Today's focus is really tuned in right here on the abs. So let's go ahead and get right to it. I'm going to show some different options for different levels in the inset videos. We're going to start out sitting on the ground on our bottoms for a really fun move that really gets deep in the abdominals and also the hip flexors too. You're going to feel this everywhere. So come on down onto your bottom and actually scoot yourself to the front of your mat. This might actually cause your pants to kind of drag down a little bit, so just bear with me, hopefully everything stays up. Bend your knees just a little bit unless your hamstrings are really flexible. Clasp your arms in front of you, nice and straight and strong. And in this position, I want you to be lifted through your pelvic floor first, and then pulled in through your low abs. I want you now to scoot yourself back, one hip at a time, using your core muscles. So you have to use your core to lift up and back, lift up and back, lift up and back, lift up and back. Now let's go forward. So you're just hiking yourself forward and back on the mat. Your knees might be more bent than mine. That's okay. You don't want your back to be roundy like this. So try to be sitting nice and strong. Again, if your knees need to be more bent, that's okay. This move might be a little frustrating feeling for some people, but just keep practicing it. Keep working on it and you'll get the hang of it. And pretty soon you're gonna feel how much this works the entire core and those hip flexors too. So come on, back, back, back. Take it slower than I am if you need to. Breathe with this, don't hold your breath. Keep going. Let's go forward and back one more time. Really hike up the hip and then press it forward, and then hike up the hip and press it back. Keep breathing. Finish up your round. So finish up coming back or forward wherever you were. Take a moment to inhale and just let your legs kind of flop apart as you're supporting behind your thighs. Bring your hands behind your back and just windshield wiper your knees side to side. And we're gonna come onto our back for single leg bicycles. So carefully roll down. You don't wanna just jackknife down. That can be hard on your abs and your pelvic floor. So roll down, and in this position, we're gonna start with one leg on the ground. Lift your pelvic floor, pull your low belly toward your spine, and press that low back close to the floor. You want your low back to make sure that it's not arching slowly away from the floor. So in this position, low back is close to the floor, engage strongly. Left knee is on the ground, right leg is up. Strong and lifted through that core, keep the low back down, keep the belly pulled in. And we're going to just single leg bicycle. So it's like you're riding a bike on one leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, feel this is nice and pulled in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you want to do that again, you can, or if you want to progress it, really strong through your core, hands are pressing down into the mat, lift the left leg up off the ground as well. So now the right leg is straight, left leg is off the ground, and we bike. You can feel this is a lot harder. Take it nice and slow. Your back is going to want to arch up off the ground, don't let it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it here nice and strong, we are going to switch, 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 switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, bring both legs down, flop the knees apart, and same thing other side. So our right leg is now down on the ground. We're lifted through the pelvic floor, pulled in through the low abs, back is close to the mat. Lift the left leg up off the ground and bicycle it nice and slow. Take your time with it. Make sure that your low back is not arching up off the ground. You're nice and strong and lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up, and then strong through those hands. Either do that again or strong through the hands. We press that right leg up off the ground now, and it's like a 90-degree angle at the hip and the knee. Left leg goes back into that bicycle. This is harder now to keep the low back close to the floor. Keep the low back close to the floor and the low abs pulled in. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now switch with the legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those legs down and just rock the knees side to side. So now that we're awake through the abdominal area and the hip flexors, let's take one quick bridge to just stretch out the front of the hips and strengthen the glutes, and then we'll come up onto our hands and knees. So feet are under your knees, fingertips brush the heels, and I want you to inhale, exhale, lift the pelvic floor, tighten the butt, and roll up one vertebrae at a time, pressing into the heels and squeezing the butt cheeks. Lift the hips in toward the air and try to press the knees together as if you were pressing a yoga block or a ball between your knees. So press them together, keep the knees directly over your feet, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then roll it down one vertebrae at a time like you're setting down a string of pearls. Now flop out those legs, butterfly style. Put your hands behind your thighs and rock and roll up. It might take a couple of rocks, but come on up onto your hands and knees. In this hands and knees position, I want you to be nice and straight like a tabletop with your back. So no arching and no rounding. We're in the middle. Hands are directly under your shoulders. Lift your belly button toward your spine without tucking your tail under. So without doing this. You're lifted through the belly button, holding it nice and strong. In this position, lift your right arm straight up off the ground about 1/2 inch. So here it comes, up just a tiny bit, little tiny circles, super slow. Feel your abs having to hold you strong, especially that left side. Feel it holding you strong deep through the core as you move slowly with your hand. Now bring that arm up a little higher and press it back. And feel how that makes your abdominals have to really work to hold your body in place so that the only thing moving is your arm. One more. Breathe with this and then set it down. Come up onto your knees, cross your hands across your chest, lift through the pelvic floor and the low abs and lean it back, and then come on up. Lean it back, come on up. It's not like this, it's a straight back lean. Exhale as you come up. Your knees are gonna wanna drift apart, don't let them, keep them close together. 2 more, 1 more. Okay, come on down onto your hands and knees again. Find that nice neutral position. Lift belly button away from the floor. Lift that left hand up off the floor 1/2 inch and little tiny circles. Take it slow. The slower you go, the more you're gonna feel this. Strong through the arm. This is actually a total body workout. Keep breathing. The only thing moving is your arm, and now we bring it up. So we're pressing back behind us. Press it back slowly. If there's for some reason you feel like it's feeling different or not as hard, try shifting your body weight. Make sure you're not back here, or make sure you're not way forward. That's hard on your wrist. Be nice and square in that tabletop position. And last one, and down. Come up onto your knees one more time, hands across your chest. Nice and strong and lifted. We're not doing this. So strong and tall and lifted. This time we turn slightly to the right, just a little bit. Don't let your back arch. We're just leaning our whole straight body back with a slight twist and then coming up. And now twist to the left slightly as you lean back and come up. Twist slightly and come up. twist slightly, and come up. One more on each side. Twist and up. Squeeze those knees close so they don't start drifting, and come on down. All right, the last move we're gonna do is a side plank. So in this position, knees are bent, you're on your elbow is directly under your shoulder. You're gonna strengthen through that side waist and lift up on an exhale. Hold it, elbow should be right under your shoulder. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now pulse it. 10, 9, 8, squeeze those abs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now full, down and up, down and up. 8 more. 7, shoulders relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. Come on to the other side. So I'm actually gonna you could just flip over if you want to, but I'm gonna still stay facing you. So other side, knees are bent, elbow directly under the shoulder, and we, hands on the hip, lift up into that nice side plank position. Elbow is directly under the shoulder, nice and strong through that side waist. Breathe. Now pulse it up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, and come down and all the way up. Exhale. Down and all the way up. Exhale. 8 more. 7, don't let your shoulder hike up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. Oh my gosh. Whoo-wee. I hope you felt that. That is definitely something you want to end with a little stretch. A hip stretch like this always feels really nice after anything that might have potentially, made your back just feel it a little bit. Hopefully none of that irritated your back, but if you feel any tension in your back, then something like this really feels nice to release it and let it go. It also feels nice to do a couple of big circles through your trunk. Make sure that you inhale on the way forward and then exhale on the way back. One more, inhale on the way forward, exhale on the way back, and then switch directions. Exhaling on the way back and then inhaling on the way forward. So hopefully these mini movement breaks, these quick little workouts have shown you that you can fit them into any day, any schedule, and hopefully you feel great. Come on back to my channel and be sure to subscribe. Click the little bell to get notifications, and until next time, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. I'll see you next time.